Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss the third part of the book, The 5 AM Club. The book also provides us 10 tactics of lifelong genius. Tactic 1 is the tight bubble of total focus. What this means is that people who excel in their field stay away from distraction. They work in the tight bubble of total focus. In this bubble, nobody can interrupt them. To execute this, all you have to do is ensure you have a scheduled routine away from all interruptions and distractions. This routine will allow you to focus on your work entirely. Tactic 2 is the 90-90-1 rule. For the next 90 days, you should use the first 90 minutes of your work to identify one thing that could revolutionize your work. By doing this, you've ensured your day's first 90 minutes is wholly focused on the single most important activity of your career. This, alone, will give you excellent results. Tactic 3 is the 60-10 method. After every hour of work, take a 10-minute break. Go for a quick walk, drink some water, do some stretches, and then get back to work. By doing this, you ensure you are not overstressed. You're not sitting in one place for long, and you refuel yourself for the day ahead. Tactic 4 is the daily 5 concepts. During the second pocket of your victory hour, list the 5 tiny targets you wish to accomplish over the day ahead for you to feel it was one well spent. This, like so much of what you've learned, is also a practice. The more you do it, the easier this habit gets and the stronger your execution ability around it grows. So, stay with the process. After just 30 days, you'll have accomplished 150 valuable victories. Tactic 5 is the second wind workout. To execute this practice, schedule a second workout at the end of your workday to give you a second wind for a great evening. You'll beat the exhaustion most people feel after work, re-energize your willpower batteries so you improve your evening choices and even find your cravings for sugar in the nighttime are significantly lower. One of the finest activities you could possibly do at this time is a 1-hour nature walk. Tactic 6 is the 2 massage protocol, 2MP. To apply the 2MP, lock 2 90-minute massages onto your weekly schedule. Because the things that get scheduled are the things that get done. And because vague plans yield vague performance. And because the smallest of applications really is better than the grandest of intentions. You might say you're a busy performer and can't afford the time to get 2 long massages every single week. In fact, given the proven and marvelous benefits of this protocol for your mental state, cognition, joyfulness, health, and longevity, the truth is you can't afford not to install this habit. Tactic 7 is Traffic University. The idea is not to waste the time we spend commuting. We can accomplish so much more by utilizing this time productively, and that's what Robin Sharma has called Traffic University. If you are on public transport, you can use this time to think of creative ideas. If you are driving, you can listen to a podcast or an audiobook to learn as you commute. Tactic 8 is the Dream Team technique. We cannot accomplish what we want to accomplish without the help of others. By delegating some tasks to our team members, we can ensure everyone is doing what they are good at. So, having a dream team is a critical part of any pursuit. Tactic 9 is the weekly design system. This tactic states you should sit down and plan your entire week every weekend, preferably on Sunday. How does your week look? What are the things you want to accomplish this week? What do you want to do each day? By having this weekly plan, you can ensure you're sticking to your goals. You can then develop this plan further by breaking those goals into 5 daily goals. Tactic 10 is the 60-minute student. This idea states that those who are considered geniuses by society study for a minimum of 60 minutes each day. For you, it could be a book about your field or the latest update in your field. It could even be talking with your mentor. However, the idea is to learn. The moment we stop learning is the moment we stop growing. Limitation is nothing more than a mentality that too many good people practice daily until they believe it's reality. It breaks my heart to see so many potentially powerful human beings stuck in a story about why they can't be extraordinary, professionally and personally. You need to remember that your excuses are seducers, your fears are liars, and your doubts are thieves. After explaining the 10 tactics of a lifelong genius, the master and a billionaire goes on to explain the importance of resting. Becoming legendary in your industry is all about sustainability. And making sure you show up at world class not just for a month or even for an entire year. What makes the great men and women of the world exceptional, in part, is their implementation of a phenomenon known as supercompensation. Just as a muscle tears when you stress it to the edge of its capacity and then actually grows during the pause of recovery, your 5 assets of genius surge when you actively push them past their usual limits and then allow for a period of regeneration. The mainstream thinking tells us that to get more done, we must put in more hours. To achieve more, we need to do more. But solid research now confirms that that kind of linear approach, work harder to produce better, is seriously flawed. It isn't sustainable. It just leads to burnout, exhaustion, loss of inspiration, and the reduction of your private fire to lead the field and enhance our world. As we know that the 5 assets of genius are your mental focus, your physical energy, your personal willpower, your original talent, and your daily time. These primary assets are at their highest early in the morning. That's why you want to start your day well and perform your most important pursuits during your most valuable hours instead of wasting this precious opportunity fooling around with your technology, watching the news, or oversleeping. At the end, I would like to recite the following lines quoted by the author and uttered by the billionaire. This day is priceless. All the money in the world will not bring it back again. And so, I seize it and I savor it and I honor it. This day, I fill my mind with big dreams so there is no space for petty doubts. I replace the psychology of can't with the mentality of can. And I remember that my greatest growth lies at the jagged edges of my highest limits. Should critics make fun of me as they always have since I was a kid, I'll take the rocks they throw at me and make them into monuments of mastery. And should anyone call me strange, as they often do, I'll smile with the blatant wisdom stuck deep in my heart that it's only misfits, oddballs, and eccentrics that change our world. Being different is really cool. And eccentricity is very hip. Like other self-help books, this book is slightly different where you got engaged with some fictional stories. It is a book of life-changing information, wrapped in a poor story that makes it hard to digest. If you can digest it, you will be absolutely glad you did. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.